rung alarms on the Indian air defense radars, and patrolling Indian fighters were directed to intercept them.
My job was to protect and provide coverage to the striker aircraft, whose job was to go and deliver the weapon in the enemy territory.
Formation from PAF's fighter sweep was vectored towards two approaching IAF fighters.
There were actually two Su-30s in this sector, and as we say in our profession, they were grinding 1+1 at certain altitude.
Working at the rear of the PAF strike package were PAF's early warning and electronic warfare aircraft.
You've got to understand that the communications between all the Indian Air Force aircraft would have been jammed. It must have been pretty difficult out there, up in the air, not knowing what was going on.
There was confusion all around in the enemy's flanks. They were running here and there, they were hiding behind each other's tail.
Gambler 1, confirm picture copy.
Picture copy, target all, confirm, clear to engage.
The moment one of them, in state of confusion, came into a situation where he could have been a threat to the strikers, I engaged him.
After sampling the target data and confirming valid firing parameters, squadron leader Hassan fired air-to-air missile.
Clear to engage.
Gambler 1, Fox 3 off the group.
Su-30 is not an ordinary aircraft. It is a multi-role, almost a fifth-generation platform. It is perhaps one of the best strike aircraft you can think of.
Soon after the shootout, all hell broke loose in the Indian camp.
This guy who's number one was actually shot by myself. He just turned back and ran away like anything.
There was also two Mirage 2000s, which the pilots claimed there was some issues with the radars, allegedly. They then pulled out.
They had everything that they had that particular day because they were expecting Pakistan Air Force to respond. After having bombed a part of our piece of our geography, they knew what the Pakistan Air Force was going to do to them in the next couple of days.
An IAF Mi-17 helicopter was scrambled for a search and rescue mission of downed Su-30 MKI. But in the chaos, it was taken for a hostile unmanned aerial vehicle by the Indian Air Defense Unit at Srinagar, who fired a surface-to-air missile at it, leading to a case of horrific fratricide.
No command and control, no ability to discern what was the real target. It was not the target, but a battery commander sitting there was probably looking for solutions and didn't have those solutions.
The helicopter crashed near Budgam in the Indian-occupied Kashmir, killing 6 aircrew.
And you have to ask yourself, why would an Mi-17 be flying in the area? It appears to me and to many other commentators that aircraft was there on a combat search and rescue mission to pick up the downed Su-30 pilot.
Pakistan! Pakistan! Pakistan!
In the ongoing fracas, the patrolling Indian formations dispersed. 5 MiG-21 Bisons of number 51 Squadron were scrambled successively from Srinagar. One of these Bisons was flown by a senior Indian pilot, Wing Commander Abinadan, who soon after takeoff was deprived of situational awareness by the PAF's EW aircraft in the air.
The jamming aircraft, which did a superb job, absolutely superb job jamming the communications of the Indian Air Force.
Primarily, he couldn't hear the instructions from the ground controller at all.
As soon as we picked up some of their jets crossing the LOC, we executed as per our plan.
Target aggressor 1. Declared group about to cross LOC.
Hostile, clear to engage.
Aggressor 1, kill single contact, crossing LOC.
Before he could even get his bearings, Abinadan's MiG-21 was hit by a missile launched by Wing Commander Noman Ali Khan.
Aggressor 1 targeted.
It was a planned execution of the kind of tactics we normally execute in our training.
Copy kill, other one trailing by 10 miles, bugging out.
They went blank, they were dark. It was dark for them. It was like a night. It was day, but it became a dark night for them. They didn't know what had hit them.
Abinandan been ejected, recovered on the ground, unstrapped himself from his chute. And some verges came across Megan. Ultimately, the Pakistani army came along and took him away.
Pakistan Air Force dominated the environment, the combat environment. So it was a complete whitewash in cricketing terms.